morning. I am in Copenhagen currently and I'm going on a boat today. Not in the champagne way, in the environmental protection way. I am filming a documentary along with a fantastic crew, and today I'm meeting up with the guys. We're gonna go on a boat and interview some people about a natural conservation project here in Denmark about local reefs. So stinking excited about this. So I'm gonna go and find the guys and we're gonna drive to the location. And I'm taking you with me.
Firstly, I got my bot to Unknown Media's office. Then we packed the car and headed out. Big shout out, by the way, to Clever, because for this project we're borrowing an electric van. It would be quite silly to film a nature and pollution documentary while driving around in a fossil fuel car. So I'm happy to make some noise for Clever during this process.
Ej, det er fedt.
This is the boat we will be staying on for the next 6 hours, but let me tell you what we're doing. So when building cities, infrastructure, any construction for the past hundreds of years, we have taken stones and resources from the ocean with zero consideration as to if those resources were important where they were. Turns out they were important. The stone reefs are essential to biodiversity because ecosystems are dependent on places to lay eggs or to hide or to hunt. All those activities that make it possible for animal life to thrive. So now we're putting the stones back because there are no life, no fish, nothing in these waters now. The bottom is flat and there's no places for life to flourish. This is a massive task and this is just the beginning, but it's a good reminder that we cannot just take resources from the ocean without thinking. Now we have to rebuild those ecosystems. The trip back was spent on elaborate and very meaningful conversation.
Det her, det er bubble trouble. Der er ikke noget, der hedder bubble struggle. And that's today. I just got back to Copenhagen after a whole ass day out on the water. I feel like my nose is getting a little bit red. I'm so tired. But that was today. I'm gonna bring you guys with me tomorrow as well. Good morning. Today I'm working from Ocean Plastic Forum's offices. I might be walking past the school. They're the organization I'm working with on the documentary project, and they've been so kind to offer me an office space. Let's go. God dag. Low-key, I have so much to do today, so now I am locked in for productivity. The guys at the office asked me if I wanted a nicer view, like I didn't have to sit in this dark corner in this cave. But no, I didn't want any summer distractions apart from my silly little break beverage. I got so much work done, it is not even funny. It's 4:30 and I'm off. The weather's fantastic and now I am meeting up with a friend/colleague. Copenhagen is really being extra cute today. This is why I couldn't have a window. We went to Atlas, by the way. It's a fully vegan place. We're surviving. What are you having?
I'm having lasagna.
Lasagna. And that herb butter looks amazing too.
I love this bread. It's so good.
Oh,
Yeah.
having an Aperol Spritz and a vegan fish burger. Let's go. You're a millennial now, for sure, we know it. And I had to get the tiramisu for dessert. It was fantastic. And this is me mid-yap. I needed this so much. And yeah, that is actually the day. Good morning, everybody. Let's go for a run. And hello again. I am thoroughly ready to head out the door now. Got the clip-ons on, put on some lipstick, put in some work basically, because today I'm meeting up with Clever again, the car we used on Monday, and I'm going to my first influencer event in a really long time. I usually don't say yes to this type of thing, but Clever, I can do that. They're a company that primarily specializes in chargers for electric cars. It's a couple of hours away from now. Before that, I'm gonna find a cafe and do some work from there today. I haven't worn this shirt a ton. I tried to fix it recently, but I thrifted it back in high school, and the first thing I did, it had like a huge bow that you're supposed to tie it, and that was how you secured the shirt. And the first thing I did when I got it was that I cut off that bit, so I just had tiny pieces of fabric to do a little knot. Now I don't look the same as I did in high school, which means that I can't, the tiny small bits to tie the knot isn't enough fabric for me anymore. So I haven't worn it in ages, haven't worn it in 5-7 years because of that. So I recently thought, okay, I can just add some pins to keep it in place and maybe they'll do the trick. And look at that, and that worked. So now I'm wearing it again and I'm loving it, and so much better than just having it rot in your closet.
Hear me out, I did say cafe, but then I realized that Stefano's was really close by and they have several vegan pizzas on their menu, so I had to go for it. Oh, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. And I don't know what I'll be having for dinner, so a big lunch feels like the responsible thing to do here. I just had to unroll my lipstick in the bathroom. Oh. Brand new sentence. This is the paper packaged lipstick from Beauty Made Easy. It is plastic free and I absolutely loved it. I touched up my makeup and then I was ready to head out again.
Famously always in proper good time, and then a bit too as well. And then some. There's an hour until the event and I'm 10 minutes away. This is just every time.
Clever drove us 1.5 hours and had prepared some refreshments and snacks for the trip. The dinner I'm attending is taking place on their new charging spot, and I had to document the bathroom because this is the nicest highway side bathroom I have ever seen in my life. And the table was beautiful and the food was prepared by a really fantastic chef. However, I did tell the team that I was vegan in advance, but it was clear that that message never really reached the chef, because there was so little food I could actually eat, which was unfortunate because it all looked fantastic. But I enjoyed the company. We had fantastic conversations and I was just so happy I went all in with that pizza earlier today.
Det er det dårligste content, jeg nogensinde har lavet.
Rise and shine, we're packing, I have one more interview and then we're going home. The chaos is immense. Today we're interviewing the program lead from the Danish think tank How about the chemical pollution in Danish waters. This is some of the bangers that she delivered.
Faktisk er den økologiske tilstand ikke god i nogle af vores kystvande. Så overordnet set kan man sige, at havet har det rigtig dårligt. Og det er fordi vi simpelthen med alle vores aktiviteter, vores menneskelige aktiviteter på land og til vands har overskredet havets bæreevne. Altså de aktiviteter havet kan klare, før at det ikke har det godt. Så det skal vi ligesom væk fra igen.
Okay, I'm going back home. I'm taking the bus and then a ferry, and that means it's Stardew Valley time. All the way home, no work, just farming. Which is something that you will probably never hear me say again. I took the mandatory trip outside the ferry before going back inside, and then I was completely surprised. They had a vegan mousse cake in their cafe, so you know I had to try that. And the cake was surprisingly good, so I'm definitely gonna have that again. I'm back in my apartment in Aalborg. Finally. It's been such a tough week. So good, so interesting, full of stuff, but also I'm tired. Tomorrow, my partner and I invited tons of our friends for a weekend getaway. I need to look at a tree. Good night. See you tomorrow. This is the front door of the house, and this is the beach. Bathing suits, beer on tap. There we go.
I have been looking so much forward to this trip. I've been needing it for ages, and it's finally here. We're here, and this is everything that we did.
A little moment of appreciation for the cottage. My partner owns it with his family, and we are nearly 10 people staying here this weekend. I had a little bit of work that I needed to get done before I could officially go offline, and I swear it's a miracle I ever get anything done when I have to stare at this face all day. I'm straight up just giggling at myself every time I edit. As you can tell, the weekend has begun. I made fried and breaded parsnips for dinner along with a tofu salad and fresh potato from the island we're staying on. And then we had a fantastic night. This is my friend Louise, and this is a sunset. And this is the next morning. I had my little coffee, I went in the water. It was cold as fuck, but that's part of the experience. It was a solid 15 degrees this morning because of the cold wind, but here I am, contemplating if I should go into the water one more time. I will go in the water anytime that I can, no matter the weather, and for reference, all my friends here are literally wearing full-on sweats. Cottage morning means that we're baking. All of the others were still sleeping at this point, so we could surprise them with freshly baked bread. One of my favorite things about Denmark is the veggie booths next to the road. It is a very common thing here, and it is so trust-based. So you pay for your stuff, you take what you paid for. This is such a symbol of Danish trust. It is something I so thoroughly appreciate. The last thing I did before leaving the cottage was going for a run. The weather was fantastic, but it ended up being a really short one. I had a few beers this weekend, so my body wasn't exactly keen on running, but I did something, and that's what matters. I am ready to head back into a new week now, fully rested and full of appreciation for all this beauty, for these friends, nature, this food. If this isn't what being rich feels like, I don't want it.